Hello, everyone. Your boy Patrik Barfi. High Life Radio and Ahuti. Sikasem and Yade Brown. Sikasem baby bia. You can't eat Sikasem Hojuma. Help you to get out of debt and save so that you can get margin and save, towards your financial goal. And then especially it can be about retirement. And a topic, the truth about retirement. The truth about retirement, and then there you become one. This is to be your boy Patrik Barfi, High Life Radio, and a discussing program, and here they brought the truth about retirement, and then there you come one. Retirement, ABBA, Ubia, Senisi so far as we second idea, beba. It's and when he say, send retirement, see a tier. It's before say the can in the context of our community, the Ghanaian community or the African community in Africa, or America especially community. But before then, let's see how our average retirement savings by age in America city. You be try say be kind enough from there. You're moving into yen send AC a tier, a FAP retirement. It average retirement savings by age. The SNA said American. If you're talking about retirement, we're talking about like 401k balance plus and IRAs. The send age by age, send averagely, you will him according to Fidelity. This information was gathered as around 2023, around September, somewhere September. It's very fresh and yet be a watch be brisa. And send you can find a way to improve your retirement. Send say baby hun send say we will be a yeah maybe I'll stand on to na come fine by say yeah this one and you person who say obitimi increase retirement anytime and also obitimi increase retirement savings anytime. Like I said, this is average American. And TNF say average American 20 years. They say average American would 20 years. I contribute to 7% on a retirement fund. Now the balance on the account 10,500. This is average American. And that means putting together with the division, that's the average. 10,000 and 7%. I mean, and yet bad, but it won't get the job done. In the same MSC cost 7%, it's okay, but and yet Ushimanka 20s the time and Kabitinia I quick with me save more because around that time, that age I said won't tell ni kakese be a fin or free school aba be crowd student baby and I say ebia was start so bob rebia yana a cabin was a casasa. It is the time and caution and see it cry force to say more about me said that time, especially when it comes to retirement. We are far from reality when it comes to retirement. I also and mother and told that it they're doing what 20s have been doing, and it's not encouraging. It's this around ranking around this 20s and I say who contribute to 7% at trash much as obey more. Your 30s, average American in your 30s, 38,400 contribute to 8%. 30s a very challenging, a very challenging 8%. And yet but I'm not surprised because we show my 30s your timer and yama be bree ekoya brabo. We 30s ebia free adwuma mu anase wo start adwuma wo school anase wo start brano 20s na wo bia wo ne kasa ne ade nti no bo na bia after that 30s na fi bo na mo worry ebi kra mo worry late 20s bia 30s must start wo hey and I say we cross that 30s krana 20s late 20s krana 30s and still and krana when I come na so it so many things going on in your life. Itiana won't financial goals we say we year to change at the same time so no be our family need grow to pursue mortgage a bem started family That's the time most people no ebi wɔ koraa no refer retirement koraa. The last thing in their mind is during retirement but so doing 8% and you're bad, but still no, you won't get the job done until you see more because we at 80 now, so 30s now about 38,400 and say and should yet isa. But like I said, too much going on your 30s, but this is how the rare time no, this is how average American in their 30s, that's how they have, an average. All right. You share your 40s, your 40s, and 93,400, and its contribution is 8%. Here, very tricky. From here, no, even though things are going on in your life on your 30s, no, they never be brave ever, water house, the 30s, family, nyame koso, 40s, as in cranny be a family cranabody and cranny yini, any other. But this is the time also so we start here in the 20s, be at 25, 30 grana. You know why you over 10 years near into when you experience hima Hana started to income so costly. It's a very tricky, but one share because of the 30s, no, not the whole year as a will contribute to 8%. No, that's a say that's a near to 2 years, we see a costly near the be able to house cry so upgrade your house. It's in scanning costly, no, we say lifestyle creep, kicking lifestyle creep here, will increase your income, will increase your expenses too. Only a car needs this is the time where we're trying to catch up with the Joneses. Sometimes you see car cost ready and have expensive vacations near there. Now almost all of a sudden, now you're here more than you're here more than we're bringing in. And no surprise also say obey your friends obey 8%, but far from you have to be doing more when you're on your 40s because one we experience more money coming in. But this is the time it'll be kind of brokenness has started. While you'll be broke on this side because this is the time you're trying to catch up with the Joneses. Expensive vacations, expensive trips, expensive cars, those things, baby, was very tricky. Nti wohuna sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ nka na nka also increase no deɛ woyɛ wɔ 30 na saa contribution na 8% na a very tricky situation, but like I said, this is the reality. 93,400, that is 8% contribution. The cost on the ground, that means that 40s, that is average. That is 40 days. In the 50s, 50s, 160,000, not 10%. You see, drew 50s I want to say, send them in save we say. Now I'm interested in making sure say now we're on next decade 160, 50, maybe 15 years or 17 years to retire. Things after the years catching up, then we'll have all of a sudden and cry 10% next year increasing a year. Man cost 60, 160. Now try so 10% at least a bit baby. I say be more believe more comfortable. And do be see now nipa be brew on my be reduce utimi jai cry because of why late on your crab you. But most people so try and there's where a panic na bem. We see they be not started drinking home. The cranberry tire near there. Ufili say you are behind because if you are on starting with video and you to see you near there. And also the so all die come or cars, nice cars was animal still to call vacations near there. But this is the time and can see a more power because at this point, most people most in be almost free and chain. I'm see your friend saying never be brainy who be my expenses a form. Afidie nyinaa sɛ yɛfocus sɛ nka bɛkɔ retirement so but since you feel say we are behind no sɛdeɛ meka no at this point obi wɔ koraa na ɔtumi gyae koraa ɔntumi hwɛ because ofi sɛ ɔntumi nkakye up anyway ɔntumi nkakye up biem nti na sɛ full panic mode ɛno koraa no hwɛ ka wɔ sɛ nka ɛyɛ more nso na ɛyɛ 10%. Again, this is the reality on the ground. Manfo sika ɔma save 120 160 on average contribution ɛyɛ 10%. nti this is the time 50s I better say more safe in drew a year because government crowd my options when the 50s, if 50s concept be able to me, I will be called so. In the 60s, 180 to 100 contribution 11%. At this point, retirement one award because 60 the 60 crown himself 5 years or if 67 and that's 65 when him say NCB I'll be retire. So this time let's say was a planning them said to say so this is the time I go crown when you retire crown now focus on or macra mama near day or try say we'll get involved with them this animal no I feel we say just I feel but you see if human be so I will share at this age now I'm for plan now on my year for retirement because this is the time also we'll put everything on paper. This is the plan, this is what I'm going to do. Miss Animal no share. 38% of Americans are on planning on their 60s now because because these days study say because of increase in medicine, because of increase in research near the you check or 60 the possibility so we 80 very high. Say your fancy with the 60 and the possibility say we 80 between the 80, 82, 85. That's over 182,000. You need say it won't go far. Nti calculate nneɛma abonsinsi so nti at this point they will say okay ɛne deɛ say ɛne yɛde adwuma ɛbɛka your retirement plan you see it's okay to work when you retire but the thing is if you are working just for fun or you are working just for to say my own year board and I say okay so count on our year adwuma but if retirement money ɛka adwuma ho a na or retire ɛna hard drink kakra because you won't get time to do a lot of things. And it's different from say, working. So you are working because of the money, and I will work because you're working. The money is good, but yet the money needs that means you be me a giant time up here. This is not the situation. 38% of people over 60, because say retired, still no juma because they need the income. This is very scary. At this point now, very very scary, but that's the situation. So that is the situation that on the ground that averagely year by year that is how it's going. Until 70 so it is saying by 70s the emphasis on retiree now 171 number for contributors 10%. A very hard breaking say at this age will be 170 per annum average. That means we are not prepared. Americans in general, we are not prepared for retirement. We share your friends say healthcare expenses near there, even though the government is going to help and all that. Emma freedom, papa, when it comes to finance. At this point, they say at this point, so they're not adding. But they was here when they say number we a average, meaning it be ebetimi ameki at that point it be millions ebi so kra eni bi kra bi obey 2,000 ye kabuma and I together no and the money is into that means that there are people that are still omutimi go through make more live comfortably dream of retirement no it me ye all these people no use common sense ye juma den and you say ye anye juma den but sacrifice to build wealth. Almost sacrifice say and say idea fan idea intiminto na koto can't almost be brave until build it. These are the people who are show me I want to link this to our community. Because these are the people you can see said yeah life and so team say they are still helping the community, they are helping their they are leaving legacy for their family and all those things quickly see go through we be stages 16 year 15 year 40 20 20 30 40 50 60s and 70s now share the medium and for the medium no can compare average because average and median no a big difference. And the big difference, average and median no difference no ɛso kakra. Nti yɛnhwɛ median. Yɛn say median a majority of the population no deɛ ɔmo yɛ a ɔmo wɔ mfimfini deɛ ɔmo yɛ yɛwɔ ɔmo wɔ animu bebree ɔmo wɔ akyiri bebree but the majority no median no deɛ ɔmo yɛ na ɛma no ɛyɛ saa. The one yɛhwɛ on average so yɛwɔ average ne wɔ median, so the range is no 35 to 44 is 76,354. And median, if you are median, the is serious 28,318. So that means a lot of people are not up to the tax. If you're 45 to 54, so and an average now 142,069. The median here 48301. That's the majority no 48301. 55 to 64 287.4. Median is 71168. And that's 65 plus 232.71. Average is 70. If you're 70, you know, and yet good news. That means a lot of people are not prepared, like I said earlier on. They are not prepared for retirement, you know, all because if you are starting them and starting to save money. You know, if I see a link this to our community, right? They said they make kind in me I try see bit me 7% because sometimes no in reading komo be a den so your contribution say yes. We know say 2%, 3%. Yeah, we yes we your contribution by inquiries and then say especially things are changing, inflation keep on pushing things up. We have to do a good job of try say your very retirement no very very comfortable. Na yetimi ayewe. When it comes to our community, then be to say an assembly to say I say retirement savings and your retirement savings when it comes to savings near there. I say it has to be so complex and strategies be able to use and son what to me I'm our retirement possible. I say yeah and home and I say this year training me key 100,000 and over and I say yeah this say just yes can be bree and son it me just said the would retirement need and be account ho cry shuma no cre say you save for retirement in your sanity. Sɛ deɛ meka yɛ nkurɔfoɔ a wɔtumi ayɛ bi aboa yɛbɛkɔ hɔ na yɛsave for retirement no deɛ ɛhu yɛ no sɛ ɔmo a ɔmo di yie ama ɔmo retirement ɛtumi akɔsie ɔmo tumi invest yie no ɛyɛ ɔmo de plan bi si ɔmo so this is the plan a yɛwɔ a yɛyɛ na consistently ɔmo save te sɛ bi a ɔmo me plan ni na every month biara no mede $100 bi bɛto hɔ no for starting bi a 25 years wayɛ no saa for 40 years or starting 30 years wɔde saa to hɔ you know a discipline yeah, you know, ready, invest it, finances, anyhow, be also what to sign him and any complexity be as I say, easy answer and son with me. No, just very simple. You know, one, or see who say any complexity answer, name in say, do also I not kind of be or see a yard and answer. Nothing could be further from the truth. Say, beat me retire with dignity. You beat me retire with a lot of money. What did they channel in said that myth now the atu say was a complex answer. We will see make over 100,000. Some must start to say me save into my retirement. But no, the consistency or plan now full plan also. Kakra do withdraw no. Begin with a firm foundation. You see, their plans, strategies a bit me about nipa be over 5 million people all going through that process. Maybe more FPU, financial peace education. The teachings be and as a financial peace university. It's about that. A system be David Ramsey and build ɔyɛ ɛma nkɔfo bebree go through a ɛtumi aboɔ mu ama ɔmatumi adi ɛwɔ retirement mu. It start with say or debt because African American they be nipa bebree ya na ɛwɔ debt mu betumi ayi free debt that system no betumi ayi free debt no na ɛtumi aboa mu start a build one. But if you really want to start investing, there are two things I will say happen to your money. Two things I will say happen to your money. The two things near one, you should be debt free. Also making sure that where you are careful. And two, you have to save emergency fund of 3 to 6 months. So we share folks 400 list of 400 and they're wealthy people, 400 wealthy people in America. Big companies near there. When be so bebree no be so almost say say open so the was came a dear na was so yeah on the catch us the one thing on the catch of first thing they say also you who freak him faka into to also making sure say a can ye be a wadanfo bebree adentina ofi say omokasa because so we try say we invest it now the car ya na hadrin you find say be crowd the credit cards can be free now so start to say we invest it credit card interested in that so average lens about 24-23%. Even so you invest it now making more crowd that means you are still losing internet has to be free one and then no crowd say cut the which is now we still try to invest here to say they make but if they say we will if I say we yes that said yeah we cement to achieve and other people to achieve now we invest it to make out our people so we nipa 3 na ba ko de mo start pay go no what now say or try na free nachi and san wakwa mo a mo strategy announcement in them wachi e bia mo nyam be drew and so how am be komo tifi na mo sorry na mo tifi na mo koni ade by or spend time kakra de to ho no year obetumi ka ba be sam ho na ntia na ye bebree so be free ho na wanya more options na wo di invest ho hia pa you say people bebree believe sa ba sanity ho hia so obetumi ay side because ma wotumi akọ ne sani osi pe no e ma kwa we free bibia na so e ka bia ni wachi ma ho he ha ho ntino e ma bre ne sa ne ma ni na free so. Number 2, emergency fund. Emergency fund so bibi e di ntia so hu hia say also emergency fund say o try so build the world na the BS can be kwa build the world no so the tria ka bibra aya na ma ne hadwen eti no se bibi sipe na se woni bibi da echa obo so wa na wasa akodi ka bi ntia sa wo free mu da o ko no asababa ko no asababa so it's so important say obetimi anya 3 to 6 months of your living expenses and the sense me the 5,000 fee every month between 15 to 15 to 30,000 in case you lose my job and I say BBC it may go back these are the two things I will say happen to your money. Sickness BBC na free ho Africa na ochire so eyepoko. The next one, the simple plan that works no any day. It say the kind of FPU bibia. Who said now no said the kind so the median the average now. You went through the average first. It wasn't so exciting. You call median so you call median so just and then but at the same time there were people who retired successfully or bibia koso kama mo omo freedom mutimi de also mo pay omo boa omo community omo live the life omo person omo live bibia ni ho nti ehwe niam omo ye ya etimi boa ma omo timi kokudru that stage no eno na pese yen the community no you start to say yes niam no ebetimi aboa one to say the kind no you share your income and as your ketua say you person build the world and when idea and found this in BACTB idea between aboa where yes no and then the most your world building tool your income is the most powerful world building tool why between aboa and say what the cabibria sa income never ban na between as akanika esa wo nya bia wo between invest you say sa uncle fund you between invest 15% of their income nti omutimi yɛ saa ne sɛ make sure so yi careful much. A study shows say average American is spending about 1,800 just for bills and as it payments are keep me avoid 1,800. Imagine 1,800. Which me free up 1,800 by paying off all that now Nisa a can watch here 1,800. It's possible. So at that point to beat me 15%. Beat me 15%. But we bring me 15% because you will be bridge here. Into me enough money and invest it for our retirement. But we invested 15%, or wrote IRAs and a pre-tax retirement account. A pre-tax retirement account is not even 401k, 43B, or TSP. So we na the same. The same, but it not depend on baby we juma the sector or emphasis private sector be a juma Walmart to juma be a Home Depot say na or the a 401k, right? A 43B no jumama be a local government or jumama the county or jumama the the New York side the borough or the French saying and that's why jumama the government, the state government, and I said jumama non-profit almost the 43B and a federal phone and a military and a TSP. The same thing, just said the sector now one and a bit determine which one a bit name against or fund. Nti ni any a say we chain way and as we good chain way. The same thing, the same a friend said tax a nana been our own. And no more. What they did was to make sure only 15% at the two roads or more employer retirement friends saying accounting. Now we make sure saying the most employer retirement accounts will match. It will match. And a sad they are not even doing anything about their form. It match no companies know about 98% will match. Even I'm saying Bruce Accra will match. Our full funded emergency fund now on the cabibria or 15% at work at the same time so as a job match. This is a mechanic, see a year illustration kakra and see the mechanic see the back to year community timidly to your bad you can cry from a warrior multi 15% to one send a bit me means you bit me near retire near retirement bit me idea was here petty said be more in good bray who be your sisters ne your brothers and we are juma crowd other homes no near them we think as we go out to say utim sin power idea uska or enjoy utim so be so out to say no hot no cry it's the omo uska or enjoy no come fast near see fast why you then can you home or ban you kuna moye ye the 15% in here to home and share the bay. If I say median household income or American right now is about 71,000. If I see a community you make it skakese together or ban you make it to 70,000. If I say ukun make it 38,000 or you make it 32,000. You can see the 50%, 10%, 15% of 70,000, 10,500. And I say normal started somewhere. The first normal and say they said they make we almost 401k first because 401k in MR match. Every match would you the amount. So all the 7%, all the 7% in the first. We need to say ukunu enya 3% on a juma match. Inti or match in the first. Sebe obinya sa 3% because or the 3% you go account to ma the juma sa the 3% so can into what no first. Or you so the 4%. Or also the 4% non swatch to move no eka 8,080. Now no 8,080 no we invest it and no rot no. We invest it and rot no. The reason why I wrote and the difference in the road and the 401k. It's the same thing. Say juma the friends say non-profit and also juma with the state government and I say county in this animal the same thing that's here. About 43B 3%, TSP 3%. Then your road. All right. So The 401k, the 3OB, the 403B, the TSP, a tax deferred. Tax deferred. All right. So no, a pre-tax. Yet those ones no assign your tax. Who defer tax no say withdraw. That is the time obetua or taxes. The reason being is that usually we saa na ɛboa because yɛnte tax that's kind of the increase usika wode kɔ fie. Ɛma usika wode kɔ fie ne dɔɔso. You're not dealing with the taxes now. But most people know, say at this time, taxes was hoping say we juma and also upon juma no about retirement taxes be form. At that point, no, you're telling tax. Yeah, let's also compare. Let's say na you go say my tennis yeah, tennis na chisa no kote. Now, Roth no so before tax. It's Roth no. Yɛate tax bi ɛna woyɛ nti ɛno no deɛ sɛ wowie a wone obi ani asɛm wɔredra wofa wo sika nyinaa kɔ nti make example wɔ ha sɛ mewɔ 401k 403b mewɔ tsp mewɔ bɛyɛ metumi adi agumaa acontribute with the growth ne biribia na matumi anya bɛyɛ 300,000 because sɛ yɛante me tax no nti no now may withdraw the 300,000 I feel near betting tax also. At that point, no, my tax bracket at that point, no, any betting. Roth, no, because you term a tax already. In fact, no betting 300 because you term a tax already. No, when the time comes, may withdraw, you will be any asset. If I'm idea, you know. Okay, here's the another thing so about the 401k and the Roth. Because yɛntɛm tax from a 401k 304b 30b 43b 43b and TSP no because yɛntɛm tax answer no nti no anka some here ɔno so here the tax nti no retire point bi a yɛwɔ age limit or say won't take here you'll be forced to take it out as a bit penalty say 72 and say 73 and chibia it's time no so so when he is kind of crown or say force so now he is kind of free by 43 by Roth no and no any limit because what your tax will be a major tax to beat me and no beat me jar to sacrama or ma no nanam crab because most of the time the US can anchor and only yes can but would did you to be over 300,000 na 300,000 there that's that and for so basono maybe a woody Kaunya sank bit my 401k number but 401k is your name will be a bit me a yamanity ababesa and here's the situation now me fan say yen the community no see me kiss ya na see di and fan say yedi be 40 crown yes adwea it me boy me it me a drew point be a bit me ibines kakra wo man can be kakra so emfa the 50 so we yet na be a drew 50 what it is the Roth no limit income limit say we make you more than 154 I think 154 now it used to be 145 last year 154 won't me any Roth be okay but there's a loophole a woman say go back loophole a woman say there's something called backdoor Roth. That means even though no make 154 55 I won't mean you know because that loophole is then a legal loophole be aware I'll be it's people that unqualified grant still me. It's very imperative say we'll start to see see also try so to me making sure say would this be good on because a good idea a nice will be that cash be on ma you don't have to deal with taxes. You know the number one obinya and we nankasa so no if I say 401k ni say nyina and so a limit the obetimi de agum this year 23,000 now Roth no so 7,000 but so the more than 50 year the government no nim say also be a saska way, and listen any to social security nti nim sɛ nipa bebree government onim sɛ nipa bebree musa na ɔmo ntimi ɛnyɛ saa de nti asa ama catch up contribution nti 401k 403b tsp extra what the 50 or more wobɛtumi de extra 7,500 account na roth nso wobɛtumi de 1,000 account roth no 50 or more the catch up contribution extra 1,000 between the 8,000 per person and at 401k so between the extra 7,500 and so mama 30 something thousand the other forms between affiliate between we be cover up to be 60 something thousand 69,000 or so you make sure say we know all these things between the next one say these days there are so many there's another one called Roth 401k. So if we're doing Roth 401k, then you don't have to worry about all this. All you have to do is put everything in the Roth 401k. Would it be to Roth 401k? Because especially if you're not making too much, if you are making too much, you're making more than 150, 200, 300, and they end up say income with more income. You have to defer because whatever would be 401k be the better who be yet free income and tax. Remember, and so making more money. Yeah, it was set by 401k but so we make it below 100 near year. You don't have to work for 15% in your fagu. You might see a mouth for about find out first what you want for Roth 401k. Don't worry about 401k Roth. Just put everything, all your 15% in there. But say you may be there. What your match will have to win or match near 3%. Then the 3% in the two year, the can or the 12% a Roth, 4% match or the 2 year, the Kenyan, which is 11% of the Bay Road. But in the Juma, our road for 1k here, you don't have to deal with all those things for our 15% in Nadia. And a catch up contribution also no 50 or more to make catch up. With the 15 employer match and count 15% and to an ultimate wow, Emma Buna fee Usikano so air cost. Now, if I know this as can in you invested how much chemo because these days so many options will be to choose from. Unlike first more so many elections or how be to choose from it won't only go friends saying 4 things how much one year a friend is saying income actually 2 mutual funds the mutual funds and at the same time mutual funds be also index fund. The mutual fund mutual fund will say mutual fund is actively managed and your manager or no a manage say be a bit more and indexing and also a passively a computer and a manager more. They invested in growth. The first growth 25% out of the 100%, 25% equal growth. Growth companies say more than 10 billion, like your friends in Facebook, Amazon, Tesla, those Home Depot, Walmart, those companies, I say gravy, type company, are solid. Next one, a growth and income. Growth and income only as a mid-sized company. The first one, a large size, just is mid-size. Between 2 billion to 10 billion. Like Uber with those companies. As my free the startup stage now. My solid kakrana econo. And also 25%. Then aggressive growth. Like startup companies, companies up and coming. Most of these companies, 80%, a friends say tech companies. We can be free about because remember those companies now up and coming. It's kind of cost but the bad side they say 80% of startup companies in Dubai, but whatever it is, no more standard. Be a one standard be in free. By Hono Scaba Hopa, and I say start equal from a host na equal from because the other ones say growth companies and say almost solidify, most of them are solidify every year. Into Yana growth creating more. These are where growth for the aggressive side. Now the next one is international. International no companies are do some more have only head a hand more head office. They might have a plan to say Sony and Asibia, Toyota and Mercedes. Those are another and only international companies a whole sikano a ma skakese or shed ye for if I say average by 5%, 4%. The other ones no we share average to say the stock exchange. The stock exchange S&P 500 the marker will be when it comes to mutual fund and index now index it tries say and mimic the stock your friends S&P 500 most indexing try to mimic S&P 500. We should it's the S&P 500 by bia and then also by this fan I say markup for it the BNA mutual funds try to be beaten because you have full be so on try also be tries to be beaten. Steady chair say for so long nipa bebree friends and managers na ntimi biti no we nipa 10 managers 10 be about 2 penny timi biti S&P 500 the S&P 500 so my 10% or almost average for the 80 years or 30 years 30 years is about between 10 and 12 it me pay index no mutual nipa na act ne bo den oje more money na you say fees say 2%, 3% run or for a period of 30 years. No, that means say who could it will pay the from the index because of say computer and managing you be managing they will mark up look up to no and no expense ratio very low. You want to invest more most of be mutual but I prefer index fund. So we get this a long term at the end of planning so way I'd say the American retirement ABB and yet also say a long term idea and yet wait ABB and yet 2 days 3 days for a long time and say the agents who invest to stock exchange which is the past 30 years the S&P has been giving us about 12%. That's why we invest consistently for that period now. Bibi kakra for one king say na dia also me because of me and long term we use almost free scan a community no your 401k kakra won ye nyeke kakra so e be na de bia na ye de hwehwe ni yi ska wo mi ade we yi ska 401k my go against you bobo sia wo ma na untimi nya the 10% in fact so 100 wakwa ko yi emu 40 the 12% and 10% na kebe ma 100 no kebe ma 10 e bia first year 10% which is ammonia 110 now where you 40 into unya say binya bia 6 into no e ma unya diska na wose unya no enya no kwa uyi no na se ugya adwuma it say the what close accounts now where iska no ugya adwuma e di untimi ntwe ni 90 maji wakoji 40,000 what you be 10,000 when you adwuma bi upese ugya ya is due. So when to me and Chase can it say hardship now we hardship so I name say so when the 59 yes sorry near hardship to say one withdraw when the 59 and a half with your penalty of 10% and sana taxes remember 401k went to your tax and your fee no we use can also to ya so it depend on or bracket but most your fans say on average be at least 20% to 30%. Just work na interest near 30%. It doesn't make sense here, Bessa. Then you know, quite go so we use can cry, it be a hot rubber. So they make an who's the watch here, in my emergency fund here, who's the watch here 1 year, sir. But BBC life it happens to you, also cookies can way in the same way we you will be say hardship, it be out first home. Nesanya man dear, it you won't go through, sir, but we use can on there, between 30% at least. 30%, do I right away about tax time ever. I feel quite could be accountant and I say CP or file with taxes. It we almost a free home, so we use a free home not consistently. Get the 1,000 your friend saying 10,500, which is about 800 something a month, 870 to 865 a month. Jimmy Nukrana about 427 cent a month, consistent for 25 years, you have 1.6 million. Nti yɛnhwɛ sɛ yɛstarte biribi sɛ near 30 years by 55 your next deck is about it's over a million. Wode yɛmfa say 12%, sɛ yɛnya 12% koraa ne yɛnya 10% a yɛbɛnya 1.1. Nti no imagine sɛ yɛdi 40 koraa ne yɛstarte ayɛ saa by the time yɛne 65 no na yɛwɔ 1.7 1.6. It at the same time, see, near this 50 crown. Some because there's always hope, always never so try so to me, baby. Yeah, the 50 crown, if you say, oh, my late me, near she may start here, try so by yes, we be said they make a process we are at least so with the same amount crown 2 more. When you're 1.6 crown, which means you 500,000 now be 700 p. You know. Nti no yɛnyi yɛn nsɛm firi ho ne yɛnyɛ no te sɛ yɛ community adeɛ yɛtumi te kakra to a ne yɛayɛ no sɛ ebia yɛtiam ne te sɛ deɛ yɛyɛ dan no ne yɛgye equity back and forth ɛmmoa yɛn. Nti these people no mu sɛ ɔmfa no sɛ long term thing ɛnyɛ short term na ɔmobɔ mu bosea na ɔmokɔyi sika no ebi wɔ a ɔgya adwuma ɔkyingye adwuma sika no ɔsɔ transfer ɛyɛ IRA na nkɛtumi kɔ so no ɔyi sika no wadi ne nyinaa woyi a 30% na ɛfiri mu. 100,000 now we are a 70 penalty coffee because taxes and the penalties only 59 and a half. Yeah. Indians and free side no instead focus that they make who say so to me try so you say free ubinya that amount no even if we the 60 years cry na kasa oh yeah because yeah it's with the 60 and now the 55 corner in him say at that time no nneɛma bebree free wɔ ho kakra because sɛ yɛhwɛ the process na ɛkɔ no a ebi at that time ɔma afiri ho wɔ experience adwuma sika ba kama ne ade nti no you know wɔ expenses yɛ less that means wobɛtumi increase sika no nti sort of wobɛtumi that catch up contribution no nti with the more extra na ɛka ho a it's going to bump you sɛdeɛ ama wakɔ w'anim. The time in here there, but still now say when you indru went me and yeah, we starting later. You shouldn't worry too much. Just continue. Na who say with me say the kind BBB the whole goal say be prepare few decades of life, you know, say the time I enjoy because ni nancy say retire to me boy community to me a movie around said the episode because you're Jumadin for 40 years, you know, 50 years, you're Jumadin for be 30 years. I will see it me spend it the way I said, more finances and 2 years, you know, as a craft children or grandchildren be grown, maybe an emakudi, especially your community. Ninja sa, Yamana Yaka, every tiger and midi, many 1,000 cray, okay, mammy. No, we share average, your friends saying social security is about I think 1,500 and something averagely. It's in new poverty line cry. It's less than the friend is saying 20,000. You know, and you know, yes, it might work in Ghana by a tight. And yeah, no we share the way generation is different from the two generations are no more any. Most of them see besha omo ba no mma ebi wo ko mma nyi dada ne ade nti most people mo de mma ba no ebi wa obi a wani already wan chekra ne bi osa akọ ba akọ settle ti omo nana nom ne sa ne nya wo Ghana ti was okay, you know, by o hwe young generation na ebi kra ba e ma kra bi o bu ko Ghana ne ade eda, you know, also retire your immediate family, you know, they are building what happen, you know, these are the people you want to be around them. To me to kwan utimi ne omo ye de wo so ye just I mean so o man nneɛma timi kɔ so wɔ life nyɛ sɛ wa retire na ayɛ boring, you know. So one certain year, yes, it's good person retire wɔ Ghana, fine, which can retire wɔ Ghana, but also certain nneɛma yie o de nneɛma to in place, you know. Ohun yɛ ebitimi aboa mo ayɛ saa nneɛma nyinaa, you know, na mma sɛ so background the medicals na person be ya oba na say wo betena kora so nso otena oba so 1 2 maybe on the opɛ maybe an spouse and pay maybe the tokwa na strain family no the try as much as possible say oh maybe 1,000 kora na mete Ghana mesimi da okay no. That generation is different from this generation. You need probably grow more almost back. bebree ɔmakɔ ebi wɔ koraa for medical reasons ne ade, but building a year wobɛtumi atena 6 months na watena 6 months because sika wɔ ho nsɛm. No, you make sure see because in bebree a yɛyɛ adwuma community adeɛ a mepɛ wɔ ho sɛ yɛyɛ yɛn ho yɛ adwuma but yɛnyɛ sika sɛm yie, you know, the way the physical and the way she manages can two different things and you the same. Tianya need me make sure say bit me I didn't have to in place, you bit me. They said, yeah, cry a match I engine, the chair for free as and pay, you know, you who say see bit me I'm a retirement, the real truth about retirement no. And the next 9 year thing say just making 100,000 and over, just say AC answer a complex Nissan man, almost stay focus. You know, to stay focused on your plan, I will stay. Yes, a crypto, but we judge you and aqua be almost stay and on my head also. It be a bit me a boy, and my mindset admit me. I would be away mistakes in the past. They see where the 50 would tell me, say, starting, right? Starting. So we will be a unfa bi anto ana de bi akra to ana so timi manage you sika yi ni ade a huya ebetimi aboa Patrik Solutions office number is 202-590-1404, cell number is 703-981-1910, you know, website patriksolutions.com, na email office email patriksolution@gmail, personal email pny.barfi@hotmail.com. ebetimi aboa this process no so wetimi adi for retire near to him, estimate so to him. Tino, men can say too late. Men can say too late, maybe 60, maybe 50, maybe 40. Crabby a bit me a be no try na ye. Who yes, I bit me a bow, ama yama at 2 yama. The band waha, said the mechanics custom ABB a poa, and my edis custom to 2 ye. Always issue be out with me sending me email, personal email, man, so bit me a friend with me a testimony. Or question be out with me a bit me a boy. So next Monday it be share you. Make sure say you spend wisely, you save intentionally. Your boy Patrik Barfi, Highlight Radio,